Good morning, brethren. I want us to just see a prophecy for the Universal Church of God. God has been placing this in my heart for the past 3 weeks, or let's say for more than 3 weeks. But it has come so strongly, and I keep on having dreams and revelations about this prophecy concerning the church. Satan is trying to lay a huge attack and ambush on the church, but he wants to touch the shepherd so that the sheep will be scattered. And if we, the church, we don't pray now for our shepherd, in the past, our shepherd has always been there for us. The ministers of God has always been there for us. So, but if we don't pray now, in order to help our shepherd stand firm, then you, the church, will be scattered. More than three-quarter of the church population will leave the church, and they'll try to seek refuge in home fellowship or elsewhere, instead going to false prophets to be afflicted. So we have to pray for the church. Okay. So let's see Daniel chapter 1 from verse 1 to 2. It says, in the 3rd year that Jehoiakim was king of Judah, King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon attacked Jerusalem and surrounded the city. Yeah, this is a Gentile, a no Christian, a nobody in God, attacking the land of the people of God himself. And God didn't just allow him to attack the land. The Lord let him capture King Jehoiakim and seize some of the temple treasures. He took some prisoners back with him to the temple of his gods in Babylon. There's nothing like God, it's idols. And put the captured treasures in the temple storerooms. So this is exactly, if we continue not keeping right with God, God will withdraw his authority from the church. And when God withdraws his authority from the church, even the shepherd of the church, they cannot escape some terrible and horrifying things that Satan is trying to trap and disgrace them before the church. And this will drastically bring down the faith of the church. Okay, let me read directly from the word of prophecy God gave me. Okay, this is the direct message to the church of God for June, July, August, and sparingly September. But the one in September will be so strong. But the one in September will be a setup to this legal minister of God who is known all over, because he is the leader of the greatest and the biggest ministry in the world. The horrible, terrifying, and ugly things Christians and believers will see exposed among ministers of God, especially in all the famous and big ministries worldwide, will be so depressing, alarming, and frustrating that it will cause the faith of more than three-quarters of the Universal Church of God to fail and leave their ministries in the church, only to end up in the preference of having little groups or home fellowship, since they are afraid and think they cannot be safe anymore in the church, the house of God. And this cannot come from God, for God is love instead of fear. So Christians and believers in the church, I beg your faith to ignore the many mistakes of the shepherd, and as lambs or sheep, learn to love God more by increasing your personal Bible study, your prayer and fasting seasons. This will strengthen you not only to still continue to fellowship in any living church around you, but it will be the spiritual booster to pray for all ministers of God worldwide, so that God can strengthen them in the right path.